Hello, good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And we're here, it's Friday evening, and this is the event that I personally have been waiting for a while now. Since it came up on the horizon, that one of our own wanted to host a Le Mans event, a 2.5 hour race. It seemed like madness. And through lots of preparation and planning, here we are. We're here for qualifying for the Le Mans 2.5 hour race, which will be held next Friday evening. We'll have a look down some of the runners who we've got. We've still got 30 minutes of practice before they're actually going to start qualifying. The qualifying format should be a 30-minute session, because I think GT Sport only allows either 30 or 45-minute qualifying sessions. So it's going to be a 30-minute qualifying session with a race set to 1 lap, where all the participants will be asked to drive around on a parade lap for video or photos we can use later. And then after that, another 30-minute session will begin. The fastest time from both sessions. So if you get fastest in the second 30-minute session, that trumps your first time. It's just one single lap that we're looking for in 2 30-minute sessions. And I will do my best to try and keep you abreast of who is where, because we have 2 classes running also. If we look there up in first place at Jam Huntington, he's in the Toyota Hybrids. He's done a 3:22.185 around the Le Mans circuit. It looks nice, very nice. So we have that class, and I think he must be the only hybrid out there at the moment, because in second place is Stevie Styler in a Group 3 car, the Aston Martin. And I'll give its full thing, Aston Martin V12 Vantage. So at the moment we've only got 1 hybrid out there running. I think we have 5 entered, but like I said, qualifying isn't actually starting till 8 o'clock. This is just a little build up, a little taster for you to see some of the cars. So we have Jam Huntington. He's raced in a series for the Virtual Racers Club before. But it wasn't broadcast, it was before broadcast, so it's good to see him on the live broadcast. Second place, this is the first time I've seen Stevie Styler, sorry, in the club, so welcome. And he's doing some great times, lap times, 3:56.303, and he's ahead of Racer Brown by nearly 6 seconds. But like I said, this is practice, there's nothing can be taken from this. It's the qualifying that we're looking at. Racer Brown we've seen recently. I believe it's in the Max 5s we run on a Saturday evening. He's in the Mercedes. It's looking great with the FedEx livery. He's managed a 3:57.219, so he's only 9/10 behind Stevie Styler now. In third, I believe, or third, but next on track, we'll say, is Jim Wise. And I believe this is his first time racing with us guys. He's chosen the Porsche in the Group 3 category. He's done a 4:03.2. Skyjacker, I believe, he's in a hybrid. He's in the Porsche 919. Looking at very nice. It's in the Virtual Racers Club livery, and he's representing the VRC this evening. And he's taken fastest spot, but he is the only hybrid out there at the moment. A few of them in the pits, so we've seen everyone who's out. Noxie also, he's in, I think it's a Golf livery. Noxie's in the Toyota, I think. On my piece of paper he is anyway. Guesty's just going out. Guesty, he's in the Merc. Raw, very nice. Who else we got in the pits? I think Home 6 in a Group 3. Nissan. And our Shark. He's in an Aston Martin, sorry. Group 3. We've got 9 people here. We should have a full house. We're waiting for a few to turn up. I'm sure they're on their way. They've been coming to practices, so it seemed pointless. Shall we have a little in-car around Le Mans? Not that in-car though. Going around Le Mans. Going through the first chicane along Mulsanne Straight. Arch chicane, I should say. Heading up to La Florandière chicane. Getting right over there to the right, looking for the marker in the trees. I usually use one that's hidden, that one, yeah, just that one there. Touching the curb on the left, get the car right, it doesn't want to come over to the right. Oh, the back end's gone. And then we settle her up straight back on to the Mulsanne, or we go in the pits. Stevie Styler was sitting on board with, whereabouts is he? He's just gone past the second chicane, the Florandière. It's coming up to Mulsanne. He's up to speed of like, I think he's ghosted anyway, so I don't even know if he's driving properly. A bit later in the lap, is there anyone going across the line? No. There's someone on that straight. Here we go. Guesty. He's coming up to Mulsanne. It's up to about 160. So it's up and out. He's looking for that marker. Through. Heavy on the brakes. Really kill that speed. Down to second gear for Mulsanne. And then back on the accelerator again. Up to third. Looking for the kink. Heading up to Indianapolis. Oh, there you go. So that's the kink thing. Mulsanne kink. This is quite a fast corner. Just chuck her in there and into Arnedge. Is it? Oh no, I don't think that. I don't know. That's why I don't do corners. I think that was Indianapolis. I think this is Arnedge. This short straight, going up to the Porsche curves, sitting on board with Guesty. He hasn't set a time yet. This is his out lap, so he's not fully on it, I imagine. Porsche curves to touches the wall there. It's a Corvette. Oh, it's hard to keep a car on the road around there. If you can't, you've got to carry speed, and it throws you right out there. And then we're just heading towards the Ford chicanes. We've got ourselves a penalty. Rules of penalty in the race is, if you've still got it, come the start straight, then spend it. But it's hard to ask people to maintain a penalty all the way around Le Sars. So, and we're seeing people starting to join now. We've got, what, 20 minutes to go. Going around Dunlop Curve. Heading up hill to Dunlop Chicane. It's a killer of a corner. You've got to get the right line through here. Heading down to the S's. Right through the S's, and then we're going towards the mighty fast corner of Tetre Rouge. You just sling this in. Oh, he's lifted. I don't know. I haven't raced here for a long time. I haven't driven a lap round here. But Iron Bobber is on the chat saying, all the best, lads. Have a blast. We miss you, Iron Bobber. Anyway, let's have a look around. Let's get out of the car. I've got coffee. That was me sipping coffee there. It wasn't me having a moment. So Jam Huntington, he's the only hybrid out there set a time at the moment. He's 35 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown, 3.7 seconds ahead of the Porsche of Jim Wise. Like I said, this is just a practice. No one's in this, like, Guesty hasn't set a time yet. He's on his fast lap. He's got a 1.5 second penalty. Who's gone up? Noxie. Noxie is out in his hybrid. It looks lovely. As like I said, Noxie is in the Toyota. I do like the livery on that one. We haven't seen Psycho Sheep out yet. We saw Psycho Sheep in our GTM Championship. GTMC, well, yeah, GTM Championship. And we know he's a fast, hard racer, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of time he can set in the Aston Martin. I mean, the choices most people have gone for is between the Aston, the Nissan and the Mercedes. There's one Porsche, which is Jim Wise. So Ford shunned, Ferrari shunned. Up ahead then, you can feel the anticipation building for qualifying. These guys got to have their last minute toilet breaks, comfort breaks before they get out there, do some serious driving. As you can see down on the dashboard with these hybrids, they get a boost. Like here we can see Noxie in the Toyota. In the Toyota they lose, you know, the boosts deployed as they go up the straight, but it's not dropping much now, and I think it builds when they're braking for corners or going around a corner. You'd expect braking, but yes, the little red arrow means it's being deployed at all times. Yeah, it lasts a lot, and then there, I suppose, under braking it's starting to replenish. In the race, that might play quite a large part for these guys when they're fuel saving. But yeah, so the Toyota is Jam Huntington. He's also in a Toyota, so it's hard to. Skyjacker, he's in a Porsche, so we can see how its hybrid works. Again, deploying down the straight. Before there was one that was slightly different from the others. So at the moment, Skyjacker, it says he's 3.2 seconds behind Noxie, but I think he did a shakedown lap and then went back into the pits. So I don't know if and this is his out lap. Jam Huntington's getting right into the groove now. He's feeling where the limits lie on this track and with this car. He's 2/10 faster than himself. Noxie now. It's just coming round. To the Dunlop chicane, sorry. Heading up to the S's. Skyjacker. So Racer Brown looks like he's the fastest of the GR3s with a 3:56.651. Guesty, we saw his flying lap. He picked up a bit of a penalty. He's following Psycho Sheep, getting a draft, a tow. That'll be interesting qualifying. See how close they dare move near each other. Oh, Guesty got that all wrong. Oh dear. Yes, that also throws you right off when you've got the tow pulling you down the straight. Your braking points aren't quite the same. Here we can see Alpha Nut. Oh no, Alien, sorry. Alpha Nut there. In his Nissan. Oh, was it Alpha Nut? I thought it was Psycho Sheep that got knocked off the track, but no, it might have been Alpha Nut that went to visit Narnia. Homesick in his Nissan. It's not really set a time yet. We've got about 15 minutes till quali. These guys sitting in the pits waiting. We've got Coy Carp in the house as well. I think he's sitting in for one of the reserves because two people, IR Graham and Matt Psycho, can't make this evening because of work, but they are coming on next week for the race. But just in case, I think Kuikarp's qualifying, just in case there's someone pull out, and then he can take over. It looks like Kuikarp's in a Porsche. Yes. Cadbury's Porsche. Crunchy. So, yeah, not to confuse you, Kuikarp is qualifying, but he's not entered into the race because he's the first reserve driver. If someone doesn't show up for the race, then Kuikarp's qualification will count and he can start the race where he qualified. The room's filling up now. Everyone's getting closer to it. Jam Huntington still banging them out there. He's going to be tired before qualifying starts. He's been lap after lap after lap. He heard me. Thought, oh yeah, toilet break. Noxie getting used to the Group 1 cars. He's finding them challenging, but he's decided to crack on with them. And he looks like he's getting there. He's getting on top. He's ahead of Skyjacker. No, Skyjacker's just popped it. Oh no, sorry. He's popped in the pits. That's why he disappeared. No, someone went in the pits. Who was I following? I was on Noxie. Oh, because he popped up to 1. Who knows? So we have 5 hybrids in the race, like I said. And I'm sure I've seen all of them here. Let's have a look down here. So yeah, we've got Jam Huntington, Noxie, Skyjacker. Excuse me, I burped. I've seen Casper knocking around somewhere. Casper's in 1. He's obviously just not entered into the race yet. But yeah, Cthulhu is in a Porsche 919, same as Skyjacker, and Casper is in an Audi R18. So that'll be he's different. So we've got 2 Toyotas, 2 Porsches, 1 Audi in the hybrid, the Group 1 category. And then the rest of the Group 3s, like I've already mentioned, is a mixture of Aston Martin, Nissans and 2 Porsches. I said 1 Porsche, but there is 2. And we'll get our head around who is where when people are starting to put times in, because you can see where they'll be sat. At the moment, in the Group 3, Racer Brown seems to be the fastest of them, followed by Jim Wise. Wise on an outlap at the moment. Alpha Nut seems to be the 3rd fastest Group 3 car on track. Home 6th, 4th. I'm not going to say numbers because something just shuffled then. There's Cthulhu. We can see Cthulhu now out there in his Porsche. He's deploying the boost. He's between chicanes on Mulsanne Straight. He's done his outlap, so this is him having a go at a fast lap. Just behind him on track, we see Casper in the Solo Audi. These are all 2016 cars. It's a nice livery. Again, no one ever disappoints us here at VRC. They all turn up with great looking cars. So Casper is just starting his fastest lap for you. What laps are we? Yeah, we've gone across the line into Dunlop Curve and Dunlop Chicane. I thought that must have been an outlap, and Cthulhu must have been on an outlap. Yeah, they were both on outlaps, sorry. We're watching outlaps there now. Noxie is the fastest hybrid on track at the moment, with Racer Brown being the fastest Group 3 car on track at the moment. They're using racing soft tyres. I think we're racing around 9 o'clock in the evening. We thought the shadows looked best then. That was my opinion of it after I saw all the different times of day, and my thoughts were shadows look really good at 9 o'clock. So it's maybe my fault. Psycho Sheep is 2.4 seconds. It's such a long track. I mean, we're talking it's a 8.4 mile track. So, you know, with a 4-minute lap time, it's like 2 laps in one. It's so easy to lose a lot of time and to gain a lot of time. So I think we're going to have a very, very mixed up grid. Just people getting reminded in the group chat that the race is just a photo shoot. It's for the Vogue cover, strike pose, there's nothing to it. Vogue. So Cthulhu has done a faster lap time, or his fastest lap time of a 3:29.688, puts him 4 seconds behind Noxie's. Oh, we don't know. Oh, no, because Jam Huntington's got the fastest lap. Racer Brown. There's the Aston Martin of Psycho Sheep, 2.4 seconds behind Racer Brown in practice. But they could be testing anything. They could be having their fuel saving ramped right up to the top to see how many laps they can do on fuel. Although I think the session looks like it's got the tyre wear and fuel turned off. So no, they're just testing for qualifying. Alpha Nut only 3/10 behind Jim Wise in the Porsche. Casper still coming round. He's got a purple though. Will he beat Jam Huntington's time? Jam and Casper raced each other in the Super Formula Series. I think they had some close battles in there. Ooh, Casper out wide there. Didn't get a penalty for it, so all gravy. He's coming through the forged canes. So hard to try and get that. It's such a tight little corner to get through there, and he's slowed right down. Yeah, he's not revealing anything. Not revealing his times. He's gone up into second anyway, even though he slowed right down over the line. He's gone 2.6 seconds ahead of Cthulhu, but we don't know where Cthulhu might be lifting. He's ghosting now. No one is giving anything away so far. Everyone's keeping their cards close to their chests. It makes it even more intriguing and exciting for us. How many have we got so far? We've got 12 people. Let's go on Jack 13, sorry. Everyone's it's only about 6 minutes away now. That's only a lap. If you're going to try, now is the time. It's like Jam Huntington. Oh, Joker's just by the skin of your teeth, my lad. Joker's is going to be in a Mercedes Group 3 car. Just in time. Hey, he was the commentator for one of our broadcasts. Iron Bobber on the chat believes there's going to be some big strategies going on here for the race. Cthulhu ghosting. No one's giving away times. There's Racer Brown just before the line, is he? He's practicing starts. Nice. Race 1 parade lap. Race 2 practice start. Ooh, that'll be interesting. So right at the end of this qualifying session, guys, you're going to get to see a practice start. Look at the back of everybody's car. There we go. What's that going through? Dunlop. Chicane, was he? No. Whereabouts are we on track? Yeah, because we're going to go around to Tetra Rouge. Onto Mulsanne Straight. because I want to cough. It's not COVID. There you go. Saved your ears there. Cthulhu ghosting. He's still on Mulsanne straight. Didn't miss nothing. He's just gone through La Archie chicane. Heading up to the second chicane, which I might just call him first chicane and second chicane because I can't keep bothering with getting my tongue around. Florandiera. La Florandiera. There he goes. Breaking it down to third gear in these hybrid cars. Flooring it on the way out. Touching the curb on the inside. Springboarding the car in a straight line to that kink. Then slowly making his way up to Mulsanne. So just a light lift in there. And then heavy on the brakes down to second gear. Oh, it's a nightmare of a corner. If you get too far over by that curb, you can get dragged really off the track into the kitty litter. If you just ride in the curb, you can knock the barrier. And if you there's like a weird bump that bounces you sometimes, and you lose the back end. Now he's up to Indianapolis. Going up to Arnage. Really a slow corner again. No real good markers for that one. Down to first gear. And he's off again up to Porsche curves. Moxie did a 3:23.797 in the end. I'm not sure what sort of time that is. A 3:26.99, but Jam Huntington has done at 3:22.1. Is that a reflection what pole is looking like? Everyone's just using this session really as a bit of a test session. I think they're doing sector times rather than all out laps. Skyjacker and the VRC liveried Porsche. We're just working out about the speeds just because the Group 1 the Group 1 cars could just disappear into the distance even though they're going slow. GR3 cars probably be balls out. It is virtually there, I think, a minute to go, and we will be qualifying. Everyone wants to get it on now. You've got a feel for the Le Mans track. Looking down, Psycho Sheep at the moment, the fastest Group 3 car on track. Jim Wise, some way behind. Alphanut, 3/10 behind Jim Wise. Host is asking if everybody's ready. Are we ready? Is the question. Phew. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to say yes as well because I'm here. I have a voice and I shall use it. There we go. And plus I like to hear the little whistle. We're watching Koi Carp at the moment. Flying that, but he's got quite a hefty penalty there. Oh, we haven't even, yeah, Jesus. Before we go, whoosh, there's Casper. You can't see him. Let's see if we can change camera angle. There's Casper. Let's have a quick sort of, see if we can beat the quali. Second, Skyjacker. Whoosh. Third, Cthulhu. Whoosh. Fourth, whoosh, Psycho Sheep. Homesick alien. VRC Alphanut. once the qualifying's been started. You can still get through this. Guesty. Come on, quick. Off. Hey, quick up. There we go. Oh, you. Darn you. So, I've got to press a load of buttons now to make things go back to the way I had it. Isn't that mad? You can't just save your settings. It's not much, it's F1. There you go, it's back. I just like to moan. And there they go. A couple of the GR3 cars getting out there fast as they can. For the first 30-minute session of our VRC Le Mans event. Next week, we'll be doing, I think it's something like 44 laps of Le Mans, is 2.5 hours. Casper's waiting it now. So Skyjacker on his out lap. Tulu also on his out lap. They've got to try and get past the traffic early, these Group 1 cars, for when they hit their fastest lap. I don't think it's ever going to get a moment when they'll probably get a nice clean lap. Guesty is out there. Koi. They're all going down onto a Musan straight. Can see Stevie Styler finding himself some space in front of Koi. Car. Is anyone going to just sit behind you? Ooh, that's a lovely car, Jocus. We haven't seen you yet, yeah? Whoosh! Jocus. It's a fine looking Merc. Hamilton would be proud of that one, I am sure. Then Skyjacker in a hybrid, surrounded by Group 3 cars. Got Cthulhu behind. Maybe Cthulhu's thinking, hello Skyjacker, you will be my tow for the next 30 minutes. We'll see. I don't know if Skyjacker will fancy braking air for Cthulhu. And then, I've run out of buttons, have I? Are we in? No. Still got Jokers. We were on Jokers, so 10th Noxie. Another hybrid car behind a bunch of Group 3 cars. Guesty in the Merc. Coming to the first chicane. He's still on outlap. We're all still on outlaps. We're not missing anything yet. Alpha Nuts. Jim Wise in the Porsche. And there's Casper. He's giving it a bit of space. He's nobody's toe, and he's using nobody's toe. But I am sure he is going to come across a lot of Group 3 cars on his fastest lap. So Jam Huntington, he's out by a long way. He'll I don't know what the tyre wear are. I should have looked. I don't think the tyre wear's major, but still, you don't want to burn the tyres out on the first lap. So he's just coming round. Skyjacker now, he's found himself a bit of space away from the Group 3 cars. It looks like they're going to clear them all before their flying lap. Cthulhu, he's also cleared them all. So his next on track is Homesick and Racer Brown. So, Noxie, yeah, he's got plenty of time to get past these guys before the start of the race, but the speed difference, I imagine, is immense. It's absolutely fantastic. Where is, do you think, do you think Casper will catch up the crowd before his lap? Is he just coming up upon them? They're all quite bunched up for quali, but they must all be opting to try and grab a piece of tow. We sat on board in Casper's Audi because just want a comparison of the speed difference when you come across the Group 3 cars. And we're just heading up to, what's the Porsche curve, is it? Yeah, to the Porsche curves. So this is going to be tricky because we're getting close to the end of the lap now. Oh, he's whipped past Jim 1. But no, he's not going to catch any more up through Corvette. Now he's just got to head towards the Ford chicanes. And no, he's slowing himself right down, giving himself a bit more space. We'll get out the car then, and we'll be seeing... Jim's picked up... Jam Huntington has picked himself up a penalty, looks like through Tetra Rouge. Like I said, you've got to go fast through it, but if you go out wide, you will get a penalty. It's a long lap though. I'm sure he'll shake it off. 1.4 seconds. It looks like he's had a bit more. So it's a long lap. he may be able to shake that off. We've seen he did a 3:22 in practice, did Jam Huntington. No one else had done a closer time than that. Fourth on track is Homesick. Where's Skyjacker? Skyjacker's dropped down to 6th, has he? Thought he'd cleared these lads. Looks like he might have had a bit of an issue on his flying lap. He may have missed. Looks like he's backed off now, waiting for his next lap. The head Group 3 car is Homesick. He's looking like he's towing Racer Brown around for good measure. There goes Skyjacker. In the race, it's down to the hybrid cars to get past the Group 3 cars. They don't have to move out of the way. They don't have to... oh, Racer Brown has just towed past Homesick. So maybe these two are going to do each other a favour. Just keep towing each other through the lap to help with their lap times. Interesting strategy. Stevie Styler, he's got nobody around him. This is his lap time will be just pure grunt of that Aston Martin. We can see now Casper is coming across these Group 3 cars. See the speed difference. Casper is on a flying lap. Heading up to Mulsanne. Down to 2nd. He looked like first, looked like he came up to 2nd. Flying through those gears. The next person on the road is Homesick Alien. Still haven't seen any times yet. It's Jam Huntington will be to post the first time. We can see we're catching up. Homesick and Racer Brown already. We've had to pass almost every Group 3 car on this flying lap with Casper. Oh, and now he's had to back off. That's cost him a lot for his flying lap. Jam Huntington has posted the first time with a 3:23.458. There we go. Casper has now cleared all of the Group 3 cars, so his next lap should be of better ilk, should we say. He won't have no traffic. Jam Huntington, like we said, done a 3:23.4. Noxie is just coming across the line to post a 3:25.480. Puts him 2 seconds adrift of Jam. Catula next across the line, followed very closely by Skyjacker. But we saw Skyjacker drop behind the Group 3 cars. They're going through the Ford chicanes. So Catula to set a 3:47.988, some 22 seconds off of Noxie's time, and Skyjacker did a 3:49.523, which was 1.5 seconds off of Catula's time. Even though we saw Casper with all that traffic, he's managed to do a 3:21.030. The Flying Finn, showing exactly why I call him the Flying Finn. So now further down, looks like in first for the GR cars is Stevie Styler. For the moment, they've not all crossed the line yet, but Stevie Styler did a 3:55.082. Second, Racer Brown with a 3:56.780. He's 1.6 seconds off of Stevie Styler's time. In third is Eleanor Psycho Sheep with a 3:57.656. In fourth, Jim Wise in his Porsche did a 3:59.355. In fifth is Homesick Alien with a 3:59.506. They're all very close to each other. It's only tenths. I mean, Homesick's 2 tenths off Jim Wise. Jim Wise is 1.68 seconds off Psycho. Psycho's only 8 tenths off a Racer Brown. So we were down to fifth. Sixth is Joe Cass with a 4:02.231. In seventh is Guesty with a 4:02.314. Give me a chance here. In eighth is Alpha Nut with a 4:03.209, and in ninth we have Quick Up with a 4:04.006, which is only 7/10 off of Alphanut's time. Alphanut is only 8/10 off of Guesty's time, and Guesty is only 8/100 off of Joker's time. So for the battle of last place is very, very tight. We'll come round to Jam, see whereabouts we are. We've only just come through Mulsanne. The other guys are heading up. No, sorry, that was Casper. Jam is just coming up towards the line through the 4 chicanes. Oh, is he killing her? No, he's just getting through the chicanes. He's out there wide. He's going to cross the line. He's bettered his own time with a 3:23.317, but hasn't moved him above Casper, who is 2.287 seconds ahead of him. So Jam Huntington now 2 seconds ahead of Noxie. Noxie should be coming up towards the line, is he? Yes, through the 4 chicanes. Going to cross the line with a 3:24.891. He's bettered his own time, and he's got himself half a second closer to Jam Huntington. Cthulhu a little bit further back. Oh no, he's coming through the 4 chicanes. Looks like he made a mistake on his first flying lap. He's coming across the line with a 3:23.178, puts him up into second place. Skyjacker also crosses the line. Sorry, Skyjacker with a 3:23.929, puts him 6/10 behind Jam Huntington. Cthulhu, Noxie has been shuffled to the back of the hybrids, but with a 3:24.891 and only within a second of Skyjacker. I don't believe that's the finishing order for these guys. So Casper with the pole time of 3:21.030. Cthulhu second with a 3:23.178. Jam Huntington with a 3:23.317 in third. Skyjacker fourth with a 3:23.929, only 6/10 off of Jam Huntington, only 9/10 ahead of Noxie with a 3:24.891. So the Group 3 cars should be coming around now. Yes, Home 6 put a 3:58.772 in. Stevie Styler doesn't look like he's bettered his time. So Stevie Styler is first of the Group 3s with a 3:55.082. Racer Brown, he's coming up. No, he's done his. Yeah, he's gone over Dunlop chicane, hasn't he? So Guesty's done a 4 minute. So Guesty's bettered his time. Racer Brown's 3:56.780 he did on his first flying lap. Is still good for his second place. Third out of the Group 3s is Psycho Sheep, just crossing the line. Yeah, his first flying lap is still good for third with a 3:57.656. Homesick fourth on the Group 3 grid with a 3:58.772, just over a second behind Psycho Sheep. Alphanut, he's bettered his time vastly. He's done a 3:59.2, pulled himself only half a second behind Homesick Alien. They're the 2 Nissans. Jim Wise also, I've run out of keyboard. Here we go, Jim Wise, 3:59.355, he's on his fastest effort, only 700ths behind Alphanut. He's in the Porsche. 12, Guesty with a 4:0741, 1.3 seconds behind Jim Wise and 1.4 seconds ahead of Jokers. Jokers, we saw set a new time. Oh no, that was the first time, 4:02.231, so he's only 1.5 seconds off Guesty, and Quick Up is 1.7 seconds behind Jokers. Jam Huntington posted, oh, the fastest time, sorry, I do apologise. He's posted a 3:21.009. He's put himself 200ths ahead of Casper, but Casper's got a purple next to his name. He's just heading towards the Porsche curves. Cthulhu also just past the Porsche curves. Who's the next over the line then? Skyjacker or Noxie? Noxie. So Noxie's coming towards the line with a 3:22.809. Puts him up to third place ahead of Cthulhu. 3:10s just behind Casper with a 1.7 deficit. So next over the line we are guessing is Skyjacker, I believe. Skyjacker, it looked green next to his time. He's done a 3:22.554, He's taken that third place off of Noxie by 2/10. He's 1.5 seconds behind Casper. So is it Cthulhu we're looking for to come across the line next? Cthulhu, nope. Yeah, Cthulhu's already gone across the line. He didn't better his time. So Casper is our next guy. It's purple still. Is he going to take it off of Jam? 3:19.967. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an alien in our midst. He has broken the 20s. He's 1 second ahead of Jam. That's an immense lap there, Casper. Well done. Great driving. We're halfway through this first qualifying session. 15 minutes to go. Down in the group 3, Stevie Styler. Oh, he's just coming to the Porsche curves, isn't he? He's nowhere near the finish line. Is there any other guys near the finish line? Someone's going across the finish line. Who? Run out of keys. I don't know. Sorry, bear with me. So Stevie Styler, I believe, is going to be the first person to cross the line ahead of Homesick Alien there, unless Racer Brown's closer. Where's Racer Brown? Yeah, Racer Brown, sorry, is going to be the first to cross the line in the Group 3s in his Merc. He posts a 3:55.220, keeps him in second place. He has gone faster, just by about 5/10. He's now only 1.1 seconds behind Stevie Styler. Stevie Styler, we're looking. He's just crossed the line, yeah, 'cause he's going up Dunlop. So who else was there? Hang on, give me a second. Sheep. Homesick was just about to cross the line, wasn't he? He has crossed the line with a 59.698, so he's not better this time. Psycho Sheep's just coming through. Behind who's that, Jim? Wise. Psycho Sheep then posting a 3:55.810. That puts him up in second, ahead of Racer Brown by 4/10 and 7/10 behind Stevie Styler. So great lap from Psycho Sheep there. So we have, out of the Group 3s, in first place, Stevie Styler. Second, Psycho Sheep. Third, Racer Brown. No, that's not right, is it? Sixth is first. Seventh is second. Yeah. Racer Brown is third. Homesick fourth on the grid. Alpha Not fifth. It's very close his last lap. Jim Wise is in sixth. He's only 700 still behind Alpha, and he's 1.3 seconds ahead of Jim. I mean Guesty, he is Jim. In seventh we have Guesty. Didn't manage to better his time on his last lap. In eighth we have Joe Cass. His first flying lap was still his fastest. Just behind him, in ninth, we have Quick-Up, whose first lap was his fastest. 12 minutes left of this first qualifying session, and how exciting has it been so far? Casper has pulled a 3:19.96 out of the bag. Jam, is he just heading towards? He's just gone. No, he's on the straight. So his last lap was a 3:23. He didn't manage to beat Casper's time. Skyjacker. He's also, he did a 3:41, hasn't managed to better his time. Noxie's just gone across the line with a 4:12. Cthulhu gone across the line with a 3:23, so none of the Group 1 cars managed to beat their time. I say Group 1, I'm not sure that's right. Stevie, he's not using anybody's toe. He's just pottering around his own little world. Look how consistent his laps are. He's up by a 10th. He's done a 3:55, a 3:55 and a 3:55. He's just tenths. Psycho Sheep in second for the Group 3, a 3:55.810. I don't know if he's here we are. Let's dish some of these out. I haven't done any for ages. Tried to get through some. So with nearly 10 minutes left of this first half hour until we get to the halfway point of qualifying. We'll have to start writing times down soon, will I not? and hope that they stick. Psycho Sheep making his way round. Racer Brown, he's just coming up towards the line. Is he going to be able to better his time? Maybe take pole off of Stevie Styler. He's not far off it himself. He's only about 1.5, within 2 seconds. He's done a 3:56.0. It's kept him in the same place, but he's only 2/10 behind Psycho Sheep. Homesick betters his time, 3:56.633, but not his position. He stayed there in 4th with a 3:56.633. He's only 6/10 behind Racer Brown. Racer Brown's only 2/10 behind Psycho Shark, and Psycho Shark's only 7/10 behind Stevie Tyler. So there's like just over a second and a half covering the top 4 of the GR3 cars, and we're waiting for Alphanut, who's been across the line. He did a 4:01 on his last round. There's a little group of cars coming up towards the finishing line. I'm trying to find them. Psycho Sheep's one of them. Racer Brown isn't. They're crossing the line now. Oh, buggly buggers. I've missed all these guys, but I don't think they've bettered their time. There's Jokers. He's done a 4:32. Koi Carp. It's a little further. Oh no, he's already to the Dunlop chicane. Cthulhu has set a faster time. He's put himself up into 3rd with a 3:22.427. That's great work from Cthulhu. Spaniard. He's been doing 23, 25, 23. He's been chipping away at it. He's got 3rd. Only a 10th ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker has slowed... Oh, must have been paying a penalty. That's ruined this lap and the next lap for Skyjacker. But there's still another half hour after this 8 minutes. But with... I'm going to write Skyjacker's time down, just in case. But I do believe he'll probably better it. 5:54. Up ahead, Casper. He's been pushing these last couple of laps, a 3:28 and a 3:36. That 3:19 that's keeping him on pole is supreme. It really is. Jam, 1 second behind Casper. He's done a 23 and a 23 consecutively on his last 2 laps. Trying to get everything he can out of that Toyota. I'll write his timing as well, because you never... 3:21.009, which only puts him a second behind Casper. 3rd is Cthulhu. We saw him just cross the line. I put his number in because that's a great lap time. Skyjacker, yes. So I haven't written Casper's in or Noxie's. Noxie, he's only 2/10. Ooh, that says purple, doesn't it? But it's red one end. That's very bizarre. But Noxie, only 2/10 behind Skyjacker. It's just coming up to the second chicane on Mulsanne Straight. Le Florandier. Like I said, 6 minutes left, so it'll be this lap and the next lap for most of these guys. Casper. Ooh, Racer Brown, sorry, let me see, as posted the time of 3:55.862. He's still in 3rd for the Group 3s, but he's 500ths off of Psycho Sheep. They couldn't get any closer, those two. That's going to be an interesting race between Psycho Sheep, Steve Styler and Racer Brown, and Homesick for good measure, really. Alphanut sitting tidy on 5th place. With a 59.2, no, a 57.957. He's just put himself 1.3 seconds behind Homesick. Same position, giving himself a bit of breathing space from Jim Wise, who's in 6th with a 3:59.355. This has been a stunning qualifying session so far. That man there, whoosh, 3:19.967. That's got to be unbeatable. That's got to be pole, hasn't it, surely? It really has. It's got to be pole. I don't think that's going to be beaten this session and the next session. I'm putting my neck on the line for that one. There he goes, crossing the line with a 3:21. Jam already has crossed the line. He's done 3 laps of 3:23. That's something else, that is. So these guys might get 2 more laps in. I'm saying they've only got this lap and the next lap, thinking, oh, a 4-minute lap, but you know, they're mid. Oh, Cthulhu's showing a purple. He's through the first stage in his Porsche. It's ahead of Skyjacker only by a 10th. So Skyjacker, Cthulhu and Noxie, there is really nothing in it between them, and only a second between Casper and Jam Huntington, and them two are only a second ahead of Cthulhu. So the race between the top 5 come next week is going to be very, very interesting. Throw strategies in there as well, and our heads are gonna pop. They really, really are. But he's showing down now, so Casper. None of them used the toe like I thought they would. They really didn't. I want to look at Stevie Styler has gone in the pits. I think he's done for the day, and I didn't get to write his. Oh yeah, hey up. Best lap 3:55.082. 3:55. I said 082, didn't I? Look at me. This is meant to be me entertaining you, and I'm there asking you what number I should be writing down for his lap time. So Stevie Styler, he's put it in the pits, giving it a rest. Casper booming around. He's just coming up to Mulsanne. Jam Huntington, he's just coming near the end of the lap, so we can see if he's going to better his time. Jam Huntington is coming around onto the final straight with a 3:24. Sorry, got you excited for nothing. Anyone else near the end? Cthulhu. Whose time haven't I got? I haven't got Noxie's time. 3:22.809. 3:22. Swoosh. Oh, he's got a matching helmet. Brilliant. Curtains match the carpet. I love it. It's fantastic. And who else's time? No, that's it. I've got all the top 5's times, so they're not allowed to beat the times they've already got, because then I'll have to scribble a time out and put a new time in. Homesick set a new time and has put himself second on the grid for the Group 3 cars. Well done, Homesick. I didn't write your time in yet, so that's handy, isn't it? A 3:55.584. Fantastic lap time. He's going round now. This will definitely be his last lap. It'll be most of their last laps. Psycho Sheep. He's coming round through the Ford chicanes. Is he going to take that second place back off of Homesick? He's crossing the line with a 3:50. No, he doesn't go faster. I'm writing that in, what he's already got. Psycho Sheep. A 3. Oh, let me give you one of them just so it looks like I'm... Whoosh. Shouldn't read out what I'm writing. Wow. So, he stays behind the Alien. So it looks like your grid for Group 3 is... Ooh, Koikart set a faster time. Racer Brown then. Where is he? 9. Oh, no. Racer Brown. He's going down Mulsanne. I want to write his lap time in that he's got so far. Oh, someone else has put in a time. Jokas. Oh dear, what have I pressed? There you go. Excuse me. Jokers has put another time in. We'll get down to them in a minute. We're going to go through them. Hopefully. Or we'll go through them. Oh no. Whoosh. Did I put one of those up for him? So Racer Brown. He's done a 3:55.862. He's up on his time, but he's got a penalty, so that's a struggle for him. He is in 4th place for the Group 3. So, oh, where am I pressing buttons? It's a bit of a mess, this last bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Alpha Nut have got himself onto 5th on the grid with a 3:57.957. Great. Have I got Alpha Nut? Yeah. Sorry. 3:57.957. And that gives him a great 5th place. We'll have a quick look around at the top here. Casper. He's getting a bit of a draft off of Alpha Nut, I believe. Yeah, Alpha Nut, 44 car. Don't know if he's going to go faster again. Jam's put it into the pits. Cthulhu still going around on his final lap. Skyjacker, I better be quick with writing some of these times down. Who haven't I got? I have not got Joker's times. I didn't look down there. Sorry, guys. So let me get further down the field. We got Alpha Nut. Jim Wise, 11th, is 6th place. And Jim Wise did a 3:59.355. Jim. Then behind Jim, oh, someone else has set a time. Jokers, I left the room. Oh, Jokers. So Guesty has done a 4:00.741. Well done, Guesty. In 13th, Koikarp has done a 4:02.941. And I'm not sure what time Jokers did. I think that's everyone. Jokers has gone. I missed that. Graham and Matt Psycho aren't here. So let's have a quick rundown then, as it's running out. Time remaining. Casper sitting on pole for the hybrid cars. He's gone across the line and he went faster again. I've got to write that down quick. Where is he? So that's a 18.420. Unbelievable, Casper. Slow down, my friend. So Casper, pole. Jam Huntington has gone. Oh, Alpha's just set another time. Where is he? Alpha Nut is. He's kept hold of that 10th. Alpha Nut did a 3:56.869 across the line. Good for 5th. So we'll run through them quickly then. Casper first. Jam Huntington second on the grid. Cthulhu third, 1.4 seconds behind Jam Huntington, and a 10th behind Skyjacker, ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker is 4th ahead of Noxie. And that's the LM cars. Then moving on to the Group 3 cars. On pole we have Stevie Styler. In second we have Homesick Alien. Only 5/10 in the end behind Stevie Styler. In third we have Psycho Sheep, only 2/10 behind Homesick Alien. In 4th we have Racer Brown, which is only 5/100 off of Psycho Sheep. It's unbelievable. In 5th we have Alpha Nut, only a second off of Racer Brown. In 6th we have Jim Wise, 2.4 seconds off of Alpha Nut in the Porsche. In 7th we have Guesty, who's only 1.3 seconds off of Jim. In provisional 8th we have Koikarp. Whew. So that was the first half of qualifying. Then when the timer runs out in 15 seconds, we'll have a very nice looking parade lap. And then the time's set again, and we go for another 30 minutes. And the guys see if they can beat their time from this first session. And there we go, time's running out. Qualifier has ended, part 1. Moving on to part 2. Casper said his optimal time was a 16.9, so he still thinks he's got another second, 0.1 and 1.7 seconds maybe to find. There's your grid. Oh, and I didn't press the blooming button in time. Oh, maybe I did. Sorry if it's all gone a bit. No, I'm not wanting to do that. Sorry, I've given up on it because it was rubbish. Get rid of those. Everything's gone. There we are. So we're watching them on their parade lap, going around. Casper hunting Jam ahead of Cthulhu, ahead of Skyjacker, and Stevie's got ahead of one of the LM cars, Noxie. That's a beautiful sight. Homesick. That's what it looks like. Parade lap. Ahead of a Le Mans race. Look behind us. See all of those cars as we're coming around. Tetre Rouge. Onto Mulsanne Straight. Sitting on Cthulhu's car. Cthulhu. Are we having a who wants to lead this race? It's going to end up turning into a race, innit? Look at them all edging away. Racers will be racers, boys. Racers will be racers. You just can't help yourselves, can you? I don't know how the real life ones just go pottering around on the parade lap and they don't start trying to edge each other. So yeah, it looks like the hybrid cars want to get racing. Back, we've got Stevie, who was, where am I going? 5th. Stevie, the pole sitter of Group 3. Oh no. Cthulhu's. Oh, was it? Noxie. Spot. There's Psycho Sheep. Homesick was he 2nd, wasn't he? Psycho Sheep 3rd. Racer Brown 4th. In the first quali session. Some fine looking cars. Absolutely delicious looking cars for the race next Friday. Can't miss it. You really can't. That you've seen in qualifying, they're just within tenths of each other. So it's going to be hard racing, but they also want to save their tyres, conserve fuel. It's a 2.5 hour race, 44 laps around Le Mans. It's going to be absolutely crazy. They're coming up to Mulsanne now. And oh my god, Stevie's dialer, he's keeping up with these hybrid cars in his Group 3 Aston Martin. Have you ever seen such a thing? Skyjacker flying through now. Look at the control these boys have got. They're just trying to edge, but not race. Edge ahead. It is a beautiful sight, I must say. Can we change cameras? There's a long shot. Beautiful. If I go to Casper, we'll get a longer shot. Just keep going down all of them. Get the same shot. We'll start doing some of these. Whoosh. CPI Casper is in the Audi R18. Jam Huntington in the Toyota. Skyjacker also in. Oh no, he's in the Porsche. Oh yeah, it says there. Why am I reading the bit of paper? And Cthulhu mooching around there. He's just taken the front of the formation. He looks like he's racing. He's gone. Oh no, not now. It looked like Cthulhu's accelerator foot just got a little too excited. He's back in with the crowd now. Beautiful sight. I was going to go through all of them anyway. Who haven't I done? Cthulhu in the Porsche. Who haven't I done? Noxie. Toyota. Stevie in the Aston Martin. Mosick in the Nissan. Oh, someone's moved. No, they haven't. Racer Brown in the Mercedes. Psycho Sheep there in the Aston Martin. Alpha Nut in the Nissan. Quick Up in Porsche. Guesty also in the Porsche. Let me get round to the front as they cross the line. It's a beautiful sight. Let's take everything off, shall we? Oh gosh, here we go. Look at that. Excellent stuff, beautiful. And that's the first qualifying session over and done with. I wonder if that'll be the race results that you just saw there next week. Well done, Skyjacker. Great win on the parade lap. Brought to you by Red Bull. So I wonder if we'll have like a 10-minute break or something and then into qualifying, or if it's just going to be no lube, straight in. I'll oh no, I'll just tell you the race results, not the qualifiers. Just go to the track for now. Looks like a bit of a practice. Music has changed. The room settings, start type is now rolling start. I think we are having a rolling start in the actual race, aren't we? I believe that is part of the rules. Someone went out, so we'll go and watch those. Alpha Knot, which we believe he was 5th. So Casper was definitely on pole. We remember that much. Jam was 2nd with... Give me a second, I'll get there. I think Cthulhu was 3rd. Cthulhu was 3rd. 4th was Skyjacker. And 5th was Noxie. Oh no, what have I done? I've put someone's wrong number in. I've put Noxie's number in instead of Cthulhu's number, 81. And Noxie was 24. Oh gosh, why is that still up? Get rid of those. I've just missed some chat. What did I miss? Oh yeah. Polly at 9 o'clock. Wow, that's like 20 minutes, isn't it? Is that true? That was funny. Yeah. So yeah, quali. Oh yeah. I feel like I've got time to give you guys a rest from my earache. Oh look, I'm learning buttons, new buttons. Can't you have both up at the same time? Yep, look at that. Oh, Casper's laying down. Can you do it? Skyjacker, Cthulhu, Noxie, and Jam Huntington. It's 318.4, which is what Casper did last. Do what? Anyway, blah blah blah. Who shall we watch? Alpha. I like Alpha. Beat him, guys. He's laying it down there for you guys to know if you can beat his 18.4. I think that's what you call in the business a little cockiness. So he's putting the challenge down. Skyjacker said no. Okay, right. Well, as we've got nearly 15 minutes before the start of the next race, I will give your ears the break that they so need, and I'll be back very, very shortly. Stay lucky. Hello, good evening, and welcome back again to the Virtual Racers Club Le Mans event. We've had one qualifying session already, and that man there you're looking at, who's just gone into the pits, was pole. So now we're watching Catula going around. I'm going to try and I'm going to tell you a little bit in this, because we're starting the second qualifying session at 9 o'clock. The first 5, I've got it, hang on, there's no need for me to go through all of this. I can easily tell you the qualifying positions of that first session, easy enough. I've got it in front of me. So Casper on pole, Jam Huntington on second place, Catula third, Skyjacker fourth, Noxie fifth. Then for the group 3s, you got Stevie Styler in first, Homesick Alien in second, Psycho Sheep third, Racer Brown fourth, Alpha Nut fifth, Jim Wise sixth, Guesty is in seventh, Koikart eighth. Jokus, we've had a message from him, he disconnected, it was out of his control. So let me tell you a little bit about next week's race then, shall I? I shall. I think we're stalling a little bit for Jokus to come back. Oh yeah, I should let him know I'm back and buzzing away on air, shouldn't I? Hey. We haven't come up with a secret code word yet, so I'm still being blatantly open about that. I have to tell them I've got back, so they know that I am broadcasting. Yes, the race settings. So here we go for next Friday. It's the Circuit de la Sarthe, surprisingly. 44 laps, that's what I said earlier. The time is 9 o'clock. The weather is set to sunny. The weather is set to sunny. It's going to be a rolling start. The boost is turned off. Slipstream is real. The visible damage is on. Mechanical damage is light. Tyre wear is ×2. Fuel is ×2. Grip on track edge is real. Bop is on, but it is set to manual, what is having 2 different categories of cars in this race. Racing soft, racing medium and racing hard tyres are available. It's free choice what you want to use in the race, so it'll be interesting to see if everyone goes soft as they have done in quali, which obviously they would do in quali, but if anyone fancies going medium or hard for the race to see if they can go for the long game. Tuning is prohibited. There is no ghosting. The shortcut penalty is weak. Wall collision penalty is off. Side contact penalty is off. Correct vehicle after wall collision is off. Replace cars is off. Flag rules is off. And ghost lap cars is off. It's so Friday the 28th of August is when the race happens. The lobby opens at 7 and the race will start at 8 p.m. It doesn't look like Jokus can get back in, so we'll try and get his time he set from probably this stream. That's the way it goes. So I don't think Jokus can get back in. He's got a NAT type server problem. I would make the hamsters run faster in the wheel to make the wibbly bob go up the thingamajig out of the spouty ubajube into the interwebby to pick up the airways. Okay, everyone, the host is asking if everybody is ready, so getting involved. This is interactive TV. I'm racing just as hard as these guys. I'm racing, getting blooming words out over this tongue and out of this mouth, through these teeth and out of this mouth, without jumbling them all up into some sort of weird garbage that you cannot understand. But I do have the times for the first round, so when they set times, oh no, I don't want to send it, I just want to look at it. Silly boy. So I can see what times they did set. I think I can get them up on the race pad. If I get them up on the race pad, that is just a quick glance over, and then I can say, here we go, qualifying has started. The second session, another 30 minutes to see who is going to start where next week in our 2.5 hour race. So Noxie's out already, Psycho Sheep out in his Aston Martin, Homesick Alien in his Nissan, Skyjacker in his Porsche Hybrid, Alpha in his Nissan, then you've got Casper in his Audi, Guesty in his Aston Martin, I believe. Guesty, no, Mercedes, sorry, I do apologise, I can see now. Mercedes. Racer Brown is out in his Mercedes. Koi Carp is out in his Porsche. Cthulhu is out in his Porsche. Doesn't look quite the same as Koi Carp's, does it? Jam Huntington, I'll get used to it. Toyota, I'm just going to call him Jammy, I don't know him well enough yet. Is out in his Toyota. Jim Wise in his Porsche. And Stevie Styler, he's just taking a minute in his Aston Martin, who he was our fastest of Group 3s last time around. Shall we sit on board with Skyjacker? Just getting through the L'Arc chicane, heading down Mulsanne Straight towards the second chicane. You're looking there to the right through the trees for a marker board. We're going past that one. There we go. Onto the brakes. Fourth gear, climb down to second, climb on the right hand curb, and then floor it for the rest of the straight leading up to Mulsanne. We're looking now to the left side of the track to see. Oh, Casper, patient. Just to get past, heavy on the brakes into Mulsanne. Casper nearly found himself getting tagged. It was a bit of a oh, I've got them up, sorry. It was a bit of a mad place to overtake, just in front of Mulsanne and then onto the anchors. But Casper wants to get ahead and get a shifty on in this qualifying session. So now we're heading up to Indianapolis. There they go. And then Arnage. It's a tricky corner, really slow down. On second gear, climbing onto the curb. He's staying well away from the curb on the outside there. Up to the gears, deploying his boost all the time he's going up straight. Heading into the Porsche curve, sorry. Corvette. As soon as we're clear of them, we're flooring it all the way to the Ford chicanes. Tricky, you've got to brake just before the pit lane, climb all over that curb. Again, definitely on the brakes, second gear. Take as much curb as you dare, get onto the start straight, and then floor it. That was a lap of a Le Mans. Up to Dunlop curve, through Dunlop chicane, down the S's. This hybrid's almost fully filled again. Looks like he's going to use Casper for a bit of a tow. Noxie, he's pulled away from these boys. He's getting on with business. Noxie was fifth fastest. Casper, I've gone back to Casper again. Did I do that by accident? Casper's pushing like hell. He thinks he can. Sure, he said he could get like a 16.9 or something. His optimal saying, but he's backed off now. Backed off this lap for some reason. Jam in the Toyota. A little bit further behind these guys. Let's have a look at some of the Group 3 cars. Psycho Sheep leading Group 3 cars on track, it seems. Behind him, is it Alpha Nuts? Just coming up towards Tetra Rouge on their flying laps now. Just got to get through that as fast as possible but not go out wide. Homesick coming through Tetra Rouge. Got Racer Brown and Guesty at the same time going through. Quick up. Oh, I've run out of keyboard, sorry. Quick up. It's already got through. Jim Wise. A little further back. Comes now, heading towards it. We'll see. He's in fourth. He's gone down to third. Don't know if we get a penalty for that. It's marginal. Stevie's out. He's ghosted. He's just on his out lap still. Getting ready. So, right up in lead there. We've got Noxie on the second half. He's just gone through Mulsanne. It's coming up towards Indianapolis very soon. What's that? Mulsanne Kink. He's just gone through. Noxie's fastest time in the first session was a 3:22.809. So he's looking to be a 3:22.809 to move up ahead of Skyjacker. He's got to get a 22.554 or beat the 554. So that's what we're looking for. Skyjacker there wants to shed that penalty before he gets to the line, which he should be able to easily do. He's back ahead of Casper. Behind these, Jam Huntington a little bit further back. He's not using any toe there. Cthulhu behind Jam. There we see leader of the Group 3 cars. The Group 3 pole sitter was Stevie Styler. He's on his out lap at the moment. Ahead now, we're coming to the Comfort chicanes. He's got a bit of a penalty though. Oh, and he's made a bit of mess at the second chicane. But he's got rid of his penalty at least. But maybe not lost too much time. Oh, and he gained another penalty. So does that mean... I think this still counts, but it says Noxie did a 3:24.293. Skyjacker did a 3:23.616. That doesn't beat. He did a 22.554 in the first quali session. Casper's done a 3:34.0. Jam Huntington's done a 3:21.243. It's not as good as his first first session. He did a 21.009. So Cthulhu's done a 23.540. Cthulhu, his fastest so far is a 22.427. So no one's beaten their time so far from the first session. Further down the field, we're looking at Psycho Sheep. Still not comes across the line yet. Just coming up to the line now through the four chicanes. Psycho Sheep's fastest time from session 1 was a 55.810. So can he beat that time? It's a 57.656. So he doesn't beat his time. Alpha Nut just coming around. Alpha Nut's fastest in the last session was a 56.869. He's done a 4:03. Behind him, oh, people are going all over the place now. So 7th we see Racer Brown's done a 57.403. Guesty's done a 4:04. But Racer Brown's 57.403 doesn't beat his time from the first session. He did a 3:55.862. So now we've got Koi Cup crossing the line with a 4:12. That's not faster than his first effort. So far, I don't believe anyone has managed to better their time. Jim Wise with a 4:01.901. He did a 3:59.355 in the last session. So no, it doesn't look like anyone has managed to better their time from the first session so far. We're 9 minutes into this 30-minute session. So Psycho Sheep did a 55.139 and Psycho Sheep did a 55.810. No, so yeah, sorry, Psycho Sheep has gone faster with a 55.139. He gets ahead of Homesick. So far, Psycho Sheep is in second place for the GR3s. Well done, Psycho Sheep. So Psycho Sheep's managed to jump Homesick in the provisional grid. Racer Brown with his 57, it wasn't faster. Alpha, we already know, wasn't faster than his first time. Jim Wise not faster. Homesick's definitely not faster. Stevie Styler has done a 56.030, and his first time was a 55.082. So he's a second off of his fastest. Up ahead, Jam Huntington. Are they anywhere near a sector? Well, they're not far. Someone's coming up to it near the line. There we go. Cthulhu. Oh, picks up a penalty. But you might be able to shed it in the Ford chicanes. Calm down, Noxie. That's it. Beautiful, that's it. Floor it, get it out of there. He's done a 324.891. His fastest is a 324.293 in this session, and his fastest from the first session was a 322.809. So he's still going to find 2 seconds. Casper done a 319.491. Now his first time was a 318.4, so he's a second off of his fastest time so far. Jam Huntington didn't go faster over the line. Cthulhu hasn't gone any faster. Skyjacker hasn't gone any faster crossing the line this lap. North Noxie. Psycho Sheep we've already established has moved up the order to second place in the GR3s, ahead of Homesick Alien, but no one else has bettered their time on this lap. So next person to get to the finish line is going to be Psycho Sheep. Watch Psycho Sheep through these last few sets of corners. This race is really going to be immense. These cars, there's nothing in between them. I usually don't think the bop works, but they must do around the south because they're really closely matched in times. So Psycho Sheep now coming up to the Ford chicanes and onto the start straight. Set a time. It's looking good, I think. A 50. I don't know. It says 4:16, but that's not correct. 55.0. Hang on. Let me have a little shuffle around. Sometimes it plays up. There you go. A 55.057. Oh, that's pole. That is pole for Group 3. With Stevie Styler's first time being a 55.082, so provisionally Psycho Sheep is in pole for the Group 3. Stevie Styler done a 56.0. He's just coming around. No, he's quite a way off. We had a few people set times. I missed them, I think, in the Group 3s. Stevie Styler, no. Homesick. He's set 56.202, which isn't as fast as his first time. Racer Brown, a 56.4. It's not as fast as his first session. So, Casper, a second off of his first session's time. Jam Huntington hasn't gone any faster. Cthulhu. Oh, he's 7/10 up on this. Put him at 22.8. So Cthulhu run with a 22.427 from the first session. Is he managing to beat that time? Waiting for a next sector to see if he's up on his own time. He's 6/10 up, so he's still at this point not as fast as his first session. It's just coming round Porsche games, was it? Corvette. Then heading at extreme velocity. So Skyjacker's done a 321.533, which is better than his time, better than Cthulhu's time, but not as good as Jam Huntington's time from the first race. Cthulhu's just done a 322.6. A 322.6. Betters his time by 2/10, but Skyjacker's bettered his time as well. So far, provisional grid is still Casper, Jam, Skyjacker, Cthulhu, and Noxie up in the front. The GR3 cars Psycho Sheep is on your provisional pole. Steve Styler second. Homesick's third. Steve Styler, has he managed to not better his time so far? Homesick also 56.2. No, that's not as good as he's gone before. Racer Brown a 56.4. Racer Brown did a 55. No, he's not gone any faster. Alpha Knot with a 56.9. That's only a tenth off his lap time. He did a 56.8 in the first session. Jim Wise in the Porsche has done a 401.9, but he did a 359.3 in the first session. Then Guesty with a 404.352. It's about 4 seconds off. He did a 4:07.741, and Koi Carp did a 4:02.294. Which, sorry, I was in a dream world then, trying to think of something. He is done a 4:12. So Casper coming up to Musan. They're all a bit grouped up in St. Cloud. There's a few on the back part of the track there. Got one coming up towards the line. See if we can find him. Racer Brown, is it? No. Getting closer. There's one in front of Alpha Knot. Is it? There's someone ahead of Alpha Knot. Who is it? That's Homesick, isn't it? Homesick in 8th. There we go. We're seeing Homesick crossing the line. He hasn't bettered his time. 3:56. Doesn't like anyone's bettering their times at the moment. Racer Brown and Alpha just crossing the lines. Haven't gone any faster. So the only person really who has bettered his time in this second session so far is Psycho Sheep, and he's put himself, Guesty, he's done a 3:59.342, and Guesty had done 4 minutes, so Guesty's gone faster. 3:59. Oh, let me get to Guesty, sorry. Where is he? 10th? No, 11th, sorry. So Guesty's at 3:59.342. That puts him ahead of Jim Wise. If Jim Wise doesn't go any faster, that means Guesty has moved up into 6th place from 7th in the GR3 car category. So great stuff from Guesty, chipping away at that time. He's got himself there. Again, Casper 3:27. Noxie's done a 3:24.02. Noxie did a 3:22.809. So no, Noxie's not going any faster. Casper 3:17.698. There is no stopping this man. It's unbelievable. The Flying Finn really showing how to drive one of these hybrid prototypes. Steve Styler's done a 3:55.325, which is still not as fast as his original time. So Casper is in your pole. Jam Huntington still in second place. No one's beaten his time from the first session, and nor has he. Then in third you have Skyjacker. That 3:21.533 is faster than the first session's time, and Cthulhu is a 3:22.649, is in fourth. So those two have swapped around from the first session. Skyjacker's got ahead of Cthulhu, and Noxie is yet to post a faster time than he did in the first session. Like I said, Psycho Sheep has jumped into pole position. He's jumped Homesick and Stevie Styler for the moment in that Aston Martin in the Group 3 category. Stevie Styler still hasn't beaten his best time from first session, which was a 55.082, and Psycho Sheep, obviously his time is a 55.057. Have I got that wrong? 82, yeah. So Stevie Styler's time is a 55.082, but Psycho Sheep's new time is a 55.057. So Psycho Sheep is like 3 thousandths faster for pole. That is so close. Stevie Styler, like I said, he needs to do a faster time than Psycho Sheep in this session, because Psycho Sheep has taken pole with that time. Homesick sitting third at the moment in this session, and third overall, because he hasn't beaten his time of a 55.584 from the first session. Racer Brown, he's just done a 57.887 in the first session. Racer Brown got a 55.862, so he's still a second off of his original time. So what's happening up ahead here? Oh dear. Casper said no need to go off and then went off. I don't know if he was coming across someone and they got off the road out of his way, maybe. Who knows? But Home 6 set a new time of 55.785. It's 0.2 off of his fastest lap time from the first session, which was a 55.584. So he's not managed to go any faster, nor has Jam Huntington. He's looking to beat his own time of a 3:21.009, but at the moment he needs to beat that amazing time by Casper of a 3:17.698. He really is in a race of his own, but I must say with Casper, we saw him in the Max 5s, very, very fast, very prone to the odd off here and there, because he's on the raggedy edge at all times. So we have seen him put the odd wheel. Cthulhu's done a 3:22.212. That has beat his time, but he hasn't beat Skyjacker's. So there's no change between Skyjacker and Cthulhu. They're still third and fourth. So that top part of your grid is correct. Casper first, Huntington second, Skyjacker third, Cthulhu fourth, Noxie in fifth. Psycho Sheep is the pole sitter, so that's correct as well. Psycho Sheep. Stevie Styler hasn't beaten his time yet. He's 0.3 off of it. Homesick Alien also hasn't beaten his original time. Oh yeah, I haven't done any of these. Let's just go through the field, shall we, and have a little chat about everyone. We're getting all excited. How long we got left here? We've got 8 minutes left of qualifying, so they've got about 3-4 laps left. 3 laps left, including the one they're on. So Casper with a 3:17.698, and that is the fastest he's gone this evening. That is a true time. That is his time set for pole. Second place, Jam Huntington in the Toyota. He's done a 3:21.243, but like I've already said a few times, his fastest session time from the first session was a 3:21.009. So, but he's still in second place because Skyjacker has done a 21.533, beating his time from the first session of a 22.544. So he's gone virtually a second faster than he did in the first session, and he has bumped himself up to third place with that. But he needs to find another 0.5 or so to take second from Jammy. So fourth, Cthulhu. He has beaten his time from the first session at 22.212, beats his time from the first session that he did a 22.427. So he's 0.2 faster, but Skyjacker has knocked him down to fourth for the time being. Fifth, Noxie. I love your helmet. No, your crash helmet. 3:24.024. He hasn't beaten his time from the first session of a 22.809. Then we're moving on to the Group 3 category. In first place of those guys is Psycho Sheep. Oh, something Casper's done. Oh, Cthulhu said, yeah, we saw that. So Psycho Sheep, sorry, he's just crossing the line. He hasn't beaten his time. He's done a 3:55.057, which beats Stevie Styler's time of a 55.082 from the first session. So that is your pole sitter with only 6 minutes to go. Racer Brown's gone faster. He's done a 55.962. Racer Brown 55.862. So he's a 10th slower than his first session. So close. So pole sitter there. In second, Stevie Styler has done a 55.325 in this session, but his fastest is a 0.82. So he hasn't gone faster than the time he set in the first place and in the first session, and since then Psycho Sheep has pipped him for pole provisionally. In third place, Homesick Alien, done a 55.785, which hasn't beaten his time from the first session, but he's still sitting in... No, he's dropped to third. He was second after the first session, but because of Psycho Sheep popping it up onto pole, Homesick has dropped down to third place. He's 4 tenths up, which will give him a faster time, but I don't think it'll be enough to get ahead of Psycho Sheep and Stevie Styler. Racer Brown, we saw, just going faster again, is in fourth in this session, and he's fourth over both sessions. He hasn't gone faster. Koikap has set a faster time than his original time, but it hasn't moved him up any positions. But remember, Koikap, he's just setting a time as a provisional place because the room should be full by race, but if someone lets us down, Koikap can step in last minute and is willing. So Racer Brown hasn't bettered his time from the first session. He's 1 tenth off of it. In fifth, Alpha Nuts, 56.928. In the first session he did a 56.869, so he has not bettered his time so far. We've only got 3 minutes, nearly 4 minutes left, so they've got about a lap left after this one. Guesty in the 11th, done a 3:59.342, which has bettered his time. 3:59.342 puts him ahead of Jim, so he's moved up out of 7th in the Group 3 into 6th, ahead of Jim Wise. So that's great stuff from Guesty. He's managed to move up a position in this second session. Have another one, Guesty. Koikap shows is in 12th in this 12th fastest in this session. 12th is 7th in the Group 3s. He's done a 4:01.630, which has beaten his original time of a 4:02.294. So he's gone a good 6 tenths faster than his first session's time. But Guesty had done a 4:07.41. And Guesty's improved on that, so the next time up would be a 3:59.355 from Jim Wise. And Jim Wise hasn't gone faster in this session, but he also hasn't lost. Oh yes, he's lost a position from Guesty, so he's dropped 1 position from the original session. So he was in a net 11th, which is 6th in the Group 3 category, and now he's in 12th or 7th place, if you rather. So Casper up ahead. He's just toodling around, I think, for the last few laps. Is he going to try and go any faster? We do not know. Jam Huntington, 21.8. He's there, 21.9. You can't say he's not trying, but it's just... can't beat that original time of his own of a 21.009. It's 1 minute 26 seconds left, to be precise, of this session. He's 800ths up, but that's still not going to be enough. It needs to be about 3.5 seconds up to get ahead of Casper today. Skyjacker, third, with a 3:21.533. He needs half a second, but it looks like it's about half a second. Jim Wise set another time of 4:01.625, but it still doesn't beat his original time of a 3:59.355. He's had a great session. It's his first time racing with us. It was a daunting race to start. Ooh. We've got a massive crash at the end in Mulsanne Straight. Casper there, coming around on his last lap. We've got 30 seconds left of the session. So, whatever car that is, up there. Is it just, he's just got through. It's these cars, will they get? Yeah, they get another lap. Koi car. I don't know what. There's another car with him, but I don't know which one. Guesty? Who knows? It might be the prototypes, are they not? Yeah, prototypes. Ooh! Jam Huntington's 2.5 tenths up on his fastest lap time. That will be his own time. He's just in a race of his own now. Psycho Sheep's put it into the pits. Doesn't look like Stevie Styler has taken back that pole position. So he needs to beat Psycho Sheep's time. He needs to get on pole. He's 2.5 tenths off of it. Watching him going around now. It's the last lap from all of these guys. Psycho Sheep's popped it into the pits. His work day is done. He's happy with what he's got. We're waiting for Sia Sector. We're just heading through the first chicane. It's that Le Art chicane on Musan. Jam Huntington has done 20.494. Yes, nearly 6 tenths. 6 tenths faster than his first session. Fantastic work there, Jam. Well done. Cthulhu's done a 21.6. Hasn't put him up ahead of Skyjacker, but he's only a tenth behind. Oh, here comes Skyjacker now. Near the end of the lap. He's in a net third with the time he set in this session with a 21.533. He's got Homesick in his way, but no, Homesick stayed out wide. He's got past him okay. Hopefully it's not cost him too much time. I haven't seen Sexes. He has got a penalty though. He's slowed down through this. He's not shedding that penalty. Maybe it's just not a good time. I don't know. No, 23.7. So, Casper definitely pole. Jam Huntington second. Skyjacker third. Cthulhu fourth. Noxie fifth. Psycho Sheep is in first. Stevie managing. He's on his final lap. He's just coming up to Indianapolis. Can't see a second time. He's not coming up to Indianapolis. I do apologise. Yeah, Indianapolis, then Arnage. Into Arnage. He needs to find himself, well, 2 tenths, 2.5 tenths to get ahead of Psycho Sheep, to get pole for Group 3. And we're just watching with bated breath. Someone else is going to cross the line or something's finished. Thought we knew that. This is the countdown for finishing. Waiting for him to come across the line. See if he can grab pole back, but I'm not sure. Don't know if he's cruising. He doesn't think he's cruising. Oh yeah, he's 334. He's nowhere near. No, yeah, these guys do it in 350 something, don't they? Sorry. Just thought I was great. Oh, he's picked himself up a penalty. He's been able to shed some of it before Ford. Oh no, he pitted. So yeah, Psycho Sheep got pole. Stevie Styler came second. Homesick Alien. Oh god, I've gone the wrong way. Homesick Alien got third. He never beat his original time. Nor did Racer Brown, I believe, but it's still good for fourth. Alpha Nut finished in fifth. Oh, I actually pressed fifth. It's 10th. So Alpha Nut finished fifth, 56.925. He couldn't beat his original time, but he was only a tenth off it. Shows how consistent these guys are. Guesty, I think Guesty jumped up into 6th place. And there you go. That was our qualifying session. for Le Mans. Now this little treat for us all is what it's going to look like next week. Casper on pole, and I think that is pretty much your grid for next week as well. And press this and this. So a rolling start. Rolling start for the first lap of the Le Mans race. A little taster what we're going to have next week. Countdown's happening. Oh, horrible place for Cthulhu, that countdown, but at least he's aware of it for next week. Get out of the car. So see the Group 3 cars. It's going to be tricky watching both. Up ahead then, Casper leading Jam Huntington ahead of Skyjacker. They're all very close into this corner. Cthulhu's caught him up, knocks his drop behind a little bit. Psycho Sheep still ahead of Stevie Styler, and Homesick's under threat from Racer Brown. Racer Brown's having a look. He can't see a way past him. Going up to the S's behind these guys. Alpha still in 5th ahead of Guesty. Guesty's not leaving him behind though. Guesty's having a look. Jim Wise 12, he's losing it to Koikart. Koikart's got up the inside of Jim Wise. They're going side by side. Ooh, the Porsches racing each other there at the back. Amazing. If this is, whoa, and there goes Jim Wise quite out wide. Up ahead then we've still got Casper ahead of Jam Huntington. Skyjacker is sitting virtually up the bumper. I mean, no one will be doing any conserving in this race, obviously, but oh no, what happened to Jam Huntington? He looked like he lost it on the curb. My gosh. Who's going to say next week's boring? So Casper leading from Skyjacker. Skyjacker's got Cthulhu in the tow. Cthulhu's coming out to have a look into the second chicane. They're side by side. It's about the brakes. Both Porsches, I believe. And Cthulhu takes the place from Skyjacker, but he's out wide onto the curbs. Skyjacker's coming back at him. Jam Huntington looking behind these guys. He knows he's a couple of seconds faster, or a second faster than these guys. He can come at them. Meanwhile, Group 3 leader Steve Styler. No, Steve Styler's taking it from Psycho Sharp. These two Aston Martins racing each other tooth and nail. There you go, Psycho Sharp getting up the inside of Steve Styler. Behind them, Homesick under pressure from Alphanut. Where did Alphanut come from? And where's Racer Brown gone? No, Racer Brown's ahead of No, Homesick. I thought that was Alphanut, but it's not. It's Racer Brown just ahead of Homesick in the Mercedes, FedEx Mercedes. Are they starting to think about conserving fuel? Oh, I am so excited for next week. How cool is next week going to be? So there's Alphanut 2.6 seconds behind. Homesick Alien, Guesty very close in tow. They'd be, this time next week, would be thinking of fuel saving. So there's Casper. It's just coming around Arnage, I think, heading towards Porsche curves. He's 2.2 seconds ahead of Jam Huntington. Oh, we missed Jam getting past Cthulhu. Oh, Skyjack has dropped back behind Noxie. It's going to be tricky to watch all of this, honestly. I mean, the guys have got feeds. Can you kind of like set your room up so you've got like 4 or 5 sort of, like a couple of iPads, a phone, TV, you can have the broadcast on, and you'll have to have a couple of people's feeds because it's hard to follow all of it. Skyjack's dropped behind all these. So, and there's Stevie Styler and Psycho Sheep still in their battle. One to watch for the race, these two. My word, they can't maintain that for 2.5 hours, I can tell you. My lord, that's going to be some fun stuff. Those Aston Martins look great. They really do. Psycho Sheep touching the barrier. Jam Huntington, oh yeah. It's gone across the line. Skyjack a second, but this is just play. Watching Stevie Styler coming around ahead of Psycho Sheep. Psycho Sheep's ahead of Homesick, who's got himself ahead of Racer Brown again. So these two well matched for the race ahead. That's going to be exciting stuff. Racer Brown going up the inside of the girl because he made that stick. What a move! What an amazing move on Homesick. Homesick gives everyone a bit of a heads up what to expect. Alphanut shook off Guesty by the end of the lap. It's just cruising on home. A few people having a play before they cross the line. Guesty, oh, I've run out of keys. 11. quick up, and then we see Jim Wise coming around. Let's cross the line through the Ford chicanes, and a bit of a spin. So, wow, that was qualifying for Le Mans. My word, I thought we'd be over by 9, and it's 20-10. That was epic. I hope it wasn't boring at all. I wasn't bored. I was enjoying it. I do like seeing the times ticking away, but I could understand just a qualifying session could be a little bit dull. But we're going to wrap it up now. So I'm going to just say congratulations, Jam Huntington. Well, no, congratulations on Cthulhu for a great pole. Jam second, Skyjacker third, Cthulhu fourth, Noxie fifth. Then we have, I believe, Psycho Sheep ahead of Stevie Styler, who is ahead of Homesick Alien, who is ahead of Racer Brown, who is ahead of Alphanut, who is ahead of Guesty, and then I believe it was Jim Wise and then Coy. So tune in next Friday if you want to see the full 2.5 hour race. It's going to be epic. They're not proper race results, but I'll just put them on because it's something to look at. It's going to be epic. 2.5 hour racing with 2 different categories. You'll see my head explode. That'll be fun in itself. But that is not until next Friday. So first, before that, Saturday evening, we have round 3 of Max 5 at Big Willow. And that is one not to miss, with the little MX5 cars racing in the desert in America. Thank you for watching. I was Michael Hunt, your audio announcer, and I really enjoyed that qualifying session. Please tune in to the MX5s. Tune in next week for the main event. Thank you.